We record class and object. What is class? Collection of variables and methods. See, variables you studied, methods you studied, special method, instance method, constructor, these all everything over. With that knowledge, principles you can learn. Principles also, suppose if I start encapsulation requires inheritance, polymorphism, like one principle intermixed with another principle. If I start abstraction required inheritance required polymorphism required inheritance, like that, all mixed. But at last, all you are going to learn. Now, first I'll start with inheritance. Okay, different faculties, different order they'll teach, different author, different style they written books. Okay, like that only. First, what I will do is, first I'll teach with inheritance, next polymorphism, next abstraction, last encapsulation I'll cover. Like that I'll cover. So today, inheritance. Note on inheritance. Inheritance. Note on. Note on. Creating a new class from an existing class is called as inheritance. Creating a new class from an existing class is called as inheritance. Creating a new class from an existing class is called as inheritance. Next, write it. In inheritance, existed class is said to be superclass and new class is said to be subclass. Creating a new class from an existing class is called as inheritance. In inheritance, existed class is said to be superclass and new class is said to be subclass. Next, note down, I'll explain. Whenever superclass object is created, then memory allocated to superclass members only. Whenever superclass object is created, then memory allocated to superclass members only. Whenever superclass object is created, then memory allocated to superclass members only. Whenever subclass object is created, then memory allocated to both superclass and subclass members. Whenever subclass object is created, then memory allocated to both superclass and subclass members. What are the points I given? I'll explain with coding. With coding part, I'll explain. See, four principles are there: encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. I started with inheritance only. Encapsulation not completed, abstraction not completed. I started with inheritance. Okay. First principle you are learning. Now, first, what is inheritance? I given just you observe. Creating a new class from an existing class is called as inheritance. Already one class is there. With that, you are creating one new class. Then that concept is called inheritance. In inheritance, existed class is said to be superclass and new class is said to be subclass. So, existed class we can call it as superclass. New class we can call it as subclass. In different programming language, different terminology they are using. Some language they are calling parent class, child class. Some language they are calling base class, derived class. And Java we are calling superclass, subclass. Okay. Different programming language, different terminology they'll use. Here, existed class is said to be superclass. New class is said to be subclass. If we create superclass object, memory allocated to superclass members only. If we create subclass object, memory allocated to both superclass and subclass members. For both the classes, memory allocated. Now, I'll explain. Now, what is inheritance? Why do we need inheritance? Where we have to use inheritance? When we have to use inheritance? And how to use inheritance? Everything I will cover. Just you observe. Suppose here one class. Don't write, just listen. I'll give time for writing. Listen. Class name student. It's one class. In this class, I'm writing some variables. Integer, roll number. String, name of the student. String, address of the student. Integer, pin code. Okay, otherwise, now, integer, landline number. Like this, one class. Some other code also. It is empty class. Remaining, just a class template type. Okay. Now, it is not complete code. Just whatever we require to understand inheritance, that is I'm covering. Because if you want to use other code also, polymorphism also required, abstraction required, inheritance encapsulation required. Those are not completed. That's what inheritance purpose, whatever code required, just have taken. Okay. It is student class, which contains roll number, name, address, landline number. This is the one class. Student.java is on program. Now, you observe this class contains roll number, name, address, landline number, 4 variables. And some other code also is there. Okay, some other variables, methods, whatever you studied, instance blocks, static blocks, constructor, default constructor, parameter constructor, instance method, class method, whatever you studied, all are present. Now, it is on class. Okay, it is on class. This class was designed before internet technology, before mobile technology. That is the reason I given landline number. Instead of mobile number, landline number I given. Okay. Just assume this class was designed before internet technology, before mobile technology. Okay. Like that, assume. Then why do we need inheritance? You'll understand. One example I'm taking. Okay. Say, before internet technology, before mobile technology, this class was developed. Now, you observe, no one is asking your address. No one is asking your landline number. Even if you have landline number, address also, they are not asking. Nowadays, people are asking, mobile number, mail ID. Trend is changed, no? Trend is totally changed. Now, just they are giving first priority for mobile number. And even if they want to send large amount of data, huge amount of data or documents, all those things, mail ID. Like that. Okay. Now, nowadays, first they are asking mobile number. Next, they are asking mail ID. Trend is changed. But before internet technology, before mobile technology, what they asked? Address, landline number. But still you have an address. Still you have a landline number also. Some people are having still landline number also. But no one is asking landline number. Okay. All are asking mobile number, mail ID. Trend is changed. Now, assume this class was developed before internet technology, before mobile technology. Assume it is not only normal class, it is assume like a one project, student information system. Assume it is on project. This project was developed by 3 members team in 3 months time period. Assume. Okay. This assume it is a one project. The project name is student information system. It is developed by 3 members in 3 months time period. 3 members, 3 months projects also are there. 1 person, 1 day projects also are there. Thousands of people, some years, that type of projects also are there in MNC companies. Okay. Thousands of people working together for one project also. 4 or 5 years also. That type of projects also are there. But 1 day, 1 person, 1 day also, that type of projects also are there. Okay. Now, assume this project was developed by 3 members team in 3 months time period. Okay. Now, trend is changed. According to trend, we have to change the project. According to trend, we have to change the project. Year. 2 options are there. According to trend, we have to change the project. We require now mobile number and mail ID. Now we don't record address, landline number. We record mobile number and mail ID. Here 2 options. Option 1, complete new project you can develop. Option 2, you can modify existing project. Okay. Either you have to develop new project or you have to modify existing project. Which one is better? Modifying existing project better or developing new project better? Modifying existing project better. Now, on what basis you selected modifying existing project is better? Some characteristic, based on some characteristic only selected, no? Now, here 2 options. Either we have to modify existing project or we have to develop new project. Which one is better asked? You selected. You selected. All selected. Modifying existing project only better you selected. On what basis you selected? First one, time. Next one, money also. Okay. First time. Next money. Based on these 2, you selected it is better. Okay. You observe. Time. Suppose this project, existed project, if you modify, just 15 days time required to modify. Okay. Same 3 members, 15 days. But developing new project means again 3 members, 3 months required. So as compared to modifying, developing new project, modifying existing project, if you follow, then 2.5 months time we can save. That is first benefit. One more benefit, money. You observe, company has to pay 3 members salary for 15 days only. Their company has to pay 3 members salary for 3 months. And even if they pay double salary also, nothing will happen. Okay. So that's what modifying existing project is better. Based on time, based on money. Like that, you selected. Suppose the project, those who developed, already they resigned that company, they left that company, they are working in other software companies. Okay. In this company, there is no experienced people. Assume this project is developed by some people, they left. Now, experienced people, that company, they don't have experienced people, manpower. Suppose all our freshers are there. Assume all our freshers are there. For freshers, modifying existing project better or developing new project better? Developing new better. New better. Freshers, if they assign modifying existing project work, then new project will not work. Old existing project also will not work. Total project is going to be disturbed, because modifying means more experience required as compared to developing new. Okay. So suppose manpower is all our freshers. If they assign modifying existing project, old project also will not run. New output also will not come. New project output also will not come. Total project is going to be disturbed, because modifying existing project not easy. More efforts required. Okay. So if you think about manpower, based on manpower, if you think, if freshers are there, it is not suitable to modify. Experienced people are there, it is suitable for modifying. But in that company, all are freshers. Then developing new project is better. Suppose in that company, employees are not there. They are going to recruit for this project. Then first priority, what they'll you? Experienced people. Because if they recruit experienced people, they can assign modifying work also. They can assign new project work also. That is the reason maximum companies, they'll ask experience. Okay. If they recruit experienced people, what they can do? They can assign new work also. They can assign modifying existing project work also. That's what companies are asking, experience. But no one is giving a chance. How will get experience? That is also point, no? So that's what knowledge is important. Okay. See, here, class student. This is modifying existing project is better. Then with modifying existing project means here address, place, mobile number, mail ID, landline number, base, mobile number, not like that. Okay. That project, without modifying single character in that program, we can modify. That is possible with object-oriented principles. That's what object-oriented programming trend still booming in the market. Without modifying single character in that project, we can modify. That is the power of object-oriented programming. That is the reason object-oriented programming trend still booming in the market. 1979 onwards. 1979 object-oriented programming introduced. 1979. Say C language, 1972. At that time, there was no object-oriented programming. That is called structured programming, which supports only functions. 1972 C came. 1979 OOPS came. Within a 7 years, trend is changed. Within a 7 years. Then OOPS came. Then OOPS added to C, it has become a C++. But 1979 onwards, 2023 also, still object-oriented programming only going on. That much popular, powerful. Recently, functional programming also introduced. That is, you are going to see further. Lambda expressions, method references, constructor references. These all functional programming concepts. Functional interfaces. Those all further we'll see. Java 8. Java 8 2014 introduced. 2014 onwards, again one more trend came. 20 lines code also, just in one line we can write. That type of programming introduced. But first you have to learn this one, that later you can learn. Directly that is not possible. Okay. That is also I teach. Functional programming. That is recently booming in the market now. But still that functional programming also requires object-oriented programming. It is compulsory. Now, without modifying single character in that program, we can modify project. That type possible. For that, first principle, inheritance only required. Next, polymorphism required. Next, abstraction required. Next, encapsulation required. Then, old will run, new will run. Suppose people are comfortable with old, they can continue old also. People are comfortable new, they can continue with new also. Still old version if you want to use, you can. New version if you want to use, you can. If you want to use both, possible. That type programming possible with object-oriented programming. See, observe, whenever new version comes in your mobile apps or desktop apps, one message comes, latest version available, upgrade now or later. If you click upgrade now, latest works. Later if you click, old works. Still old also running, new also running. That type you have to give to user. That type facility you have to provide to user. Okay. Suppose new project means again they have to observe some user interface may be changed. Again they have to observe, they have to learn something. But they don't have a time to upgrade. Then old also still it should work. That's what whenever mobile apps, new version available in, then one message comes, upgrade now, later. Later if you click, old will run. Upgrade now if you click, new will run. That type facility also you have to provide to user. It is possible with principles. Suppose what I will do, see first principle, class, here I'll write, you observe, class student2 extends student. I'll write here integer mobile number string mail ID. Like this, some other code I'll write. Like this I'll write. It is another program. Here student2.java I'll write. Now creating a new class student2 from an existing class extends student. It is called inheritance. Creating a new class from an existing class is called inheritance. In inheritance, existed class is called as superclass. New class is called as subclass. If we create superclass object, memory allocated to superclass members only. If we create subclass object, memory allocated to superclass and subclass. Now, here you observe, if we create student class object, memory allocated to roll number, name, address, landline number. If we create object of student2 class, memory allocated to roll number, name, address, landline number, mobile number, mail ID. For you, it appears only 2. This 4 also, it comes here. That is only if you write extend student. If you write extend student, student class members also inherited in student2 class. Now, student2 class contains 6 variables. For you appears 2 variables only. With this line only, these 4 also it comes here. So, student2 class supports student2 features plus additional features. Student features are roll number, name, address, landline number. New features are mobile number, mail ID. See, example, Java latest version. What is the latest version of Java? 20 latest. 20 supports 19 also plus additional. Java 20 contains whatever is there up to Java 19, those features plus additional. 19 contains up to 18 plus additional. 18 contains up to 17 plus additional. Like that, student 2 contains student features, additional features. Which are additional features? Mobile number, mail ID. Now, what you can do, main method purpose, separate class will write. Separate class, suppose class demo. Here, public static void main. Like this, main method purpose, separate will write. In this class, you create object of this class, then this will work. You create object of this class, this will work. Like that, while developing applications, we'll make it separate classes. Always will prefer separate classes. Main method purpose one class, employees purpose one class, student purpose one class, department purpose one class. We'll make it always separate classes. Then more flexible. In future, if you want to update, in future, if you want to update, in future, if you want to maintain in a proper way, more better. So what we can do, suppose student class only you want to maintain still. Create object of student class. You call year methods. Student data comes. If you want new features, create object of this class. You call these methods. Then remaining data comes. Suppose what you want is memory allocated to roll number, name, address, landline number, mobile number, mail ID. You want to print only roll number you want to print, name you want to print, mobile number you want to print, mail ID you want to print. Print. These 4 only print. Don't print those 2. But memory allocated. Memory allocated. But you can print only 4 also. Here in the method, roll number, name, address, landline number, write. Here in this method, roll number, name, mobile number, mail ID, write. But address, landline number, memory allocated, but don't print. But what you'll think? Memory wasted, you'll think. Memory wasted, time saved, money saved. So many advantages are there. No? Here, definitely advantage will be there, disadvantage will be there. You take anything in the world. Suppose that based on characteristics, we have to select. Suppose example, you want to go from Hyderabad to Bangalore. You want to go from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Flights are there, trains are there, buses are there, cars are there, bikes are there, cycles also are there. Okay. Now, you want to go from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay. You have a money, but you don't have a time. What will you do? Will you think money wasted? No, because time you are giving priority. You have a money, you have no time. Then you'll go on flight only. But you have a money, you have a time also. You will not prefer flight, no? At the time you will think money waste. But you don't have a time. Will you think about money waste? No. That is based on a characteristic you are selecting, no? Here also like that only. Okay. See, sometimes you will not think about money. You have a money, you have no time. At the time, definitely you'll go on flight only. But you have a time, you have a money. You will not prefer flight. Then you'll think money waste. Like that. But you don't have a time, you don't have a money means it is not possible also. Okay. No money, no time. Then not possible. So here, like that, based on characteristics, we'll select. Now, here, memory wasted, but time saved, money saved, many advantages are there, like that. But if you want to use that one also, polymorphism required. That is the reason inheritance part only covered now in this diagram. Okay. Now, you write this one first. Write this one. superclass, subclass. Student is superclass. Student 2 is subclass. Now it is first version project, it is second version project. Like that. According to trend, project should be updated. Otherwise, that project outdated. Now, is it over? Student is superclass. Student 2 is subclass. Suppose if we don't write this one, there is no inheritance. That means it is one class, this is another class. Between two classes, there is no relation. If we don't write these words, I given notes. First point you read what I given. Creating a new class from an existing class. With the existed class only if we create, that is called inheritance. Suppose if we don't write this one, if we create object to student class, student 2 class, mobile number, mail ID only allocated. Then whose mobile number, whose mail ID? Okay. That person, roll number, name also required. No? Now, if you write like this, what will happen? Extend student, if you write this roll number person only, this person mobile number only. Like that. That is extends word is there, no? Here only, that is inheritance concept. In a program, inheritance word doesn't appears. Okay. Different programming language, different syntaxes are there. In Java, extends keyword. This extends keyword is there. You will understand that is inheritance. But inheritance word doesn't appears in a program. Inheritance is not a keyword. It is a concept, theoretical concept. It is only inheritance. In C++, colon symbol will write. That is only inheritance. Okay. But Java, extends keyword will write. That is only inheritance. Like that. Encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, these four words will not appear in a program. Okay. Class appears, class keyword. But encapsulation is not a keyword. Abstraction is not a keyword. Inheritance is not a keyword. Polymorphism is not a keyword. Doesn't appears. But extends keyword only, we can understand there is a inheritance. Okay. Now, creating a new class from an existing class is called as inheritance. If you don't write extend student, that is not inheritance. In inheritance, existed class is said to be superclass and new class is said to be subclass. In that example, student class is superclass. Student 2 class is subclass. Whenever superclass object is created, memory allocated to superclass members only. Suppose if I write student, if I write like this, student SC equal to new student, then memory allocated to roll number, name, address, landline number. These all student object. This object referred by S. What S contains? Hash code. This object hash code. Write this one. Student is equal to new student. If you write right side object created, that object referred by S, that S contains hash code. It is superclass object. It is superclass object. Okay. Student is equal to new student. Memory allocated, roll number, name, address, landline number. These 4 variables only allocated. Is it over? No. Suppose if I write student 2, S2 equal to new student 2. If I write now memory allocated to roll number, name, address, landline number, mobile number, mail ID. Like this allocated. This object referred by S2. Student 2 object referred by S2. Here S2 contains hash code. But seeing this diagram, can you give answer which are student members, which are student 2 members? Suppose if I don't show class, can you give answer? That's what. Here one more circle I am writing. This circle is not an object. These are student members. That purpose only I am writing. If I show class, then only can give answer. If I don't show class, seeing this also should be able to identify which are student members, which are student 2 members. Now we can identify, no? Roll number, name, address, landline number, student members. Mobile number, mail ID, student 2 members. That purpose one circle I written. That circle is not an object. That's what I didn't write. Only student I written. Identification purpose. Further understanding subject purpose, the diagrams. Because inheritance today is not going to complete. It will take 4-5 days. Okay. Because most important topics these are. Up to exception handling, very depth you have to learn. Later, yourself also you can learn remaining Java. That much easy further. Roll number, name, address, landline number, student members. Mobile number, mail ID, student 2 members. Today only theory part. Programming tomorrow. So, which object created here? Student 2 object created. In that student 2 object, student members are there, student 2 members are there. But there is no student object. Okay. Whenever subclass object is created, memory allocated to superclass and subclass members, but two objects not created. That point remember. Here, that's what notes I given, that is. Whenever subclass object is created, because in interview that is also they are giving. So superclass object also created, they'll give. That is wrong. Here, which object created? Superclass object or subclass object? Subclass object. In that object, superclass object is there? No, superclass members are there. Superclass members present. Superclass members present. Okay. See, that's what few people will compare. Parent-child relationship. Parent features comes to child feature, child. But child having additional features also, no? Like that. Okay. Parent class, child class. Parent features comes to child. Parent features plus additional features. That type. Superclass, subclass. That type. Is it clear? But person is one only. Having parent features. Like that. Parent features, additional features. But person is one only. That type. Your object is student, two object only. This object contains student members, additional features. That type. Next. Types of inheritance. Single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-path inheritance, hybrid inheritance. Types of inheritance. Single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-path inheritance, hybrid inheritance. Single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical, multi-path, hybrid. Six types of inheritance. Single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical, multi-path, and hybrid. Now, one by one we'll see. First one. Single inheritance. Derivation of a class from only one superclass is called as single inheritance. Derivation of a class from only one superclass. Derivation of a class from only one superclass is called as single inheritance. Derivation of a class from only one superclass is called as single inheritance. Say, suppose one A class, one more B class. Just now you have seen student class, student 2 class. Like this, one superclass, one subclass. Then it is called single inheritance. Note on this one diagram. One superclass, one subclass. That is single. So whatever I taught, first example, student 2, that is also single. Derivation of a class from only one superclass is called as single inheritance. Derivation of a class from only one superclass is called as single inheritance. Now, A is a superclass, B is a subclass. For B, A is a superclass. Like this, arrow will write. That is also on subject, Unified Modeling Language for diagrams. In academics, you studied UML, Object Oriented Analysis and Design, OAD subject with UML diagrams. That type. Okay. Here, A is a superclass, B is a one subclass. Next. Multiple inheritance. Derivation of a class from more than one superclass is called as multiple inheritance. Derivation of a class from more than one superclass is called as multiple inheritance. One superclass, one subclass is there, single. More than one superclass is there, multiple. Derivation of a class from more than one superclass is called as multiple inheritance. Suppose like this. One A class, B class, C class. Right, this one? Derivation of a class from more than one superclass is called as multiple inheritance. So here two superclasses are there. Derivation of a class from more than one superclass. C derived from A, B. Like actually here A inherited in C, B inherited in C. Like that you can call. C derived from A, derived from B. Like that you can call. A and B inherited in C. Like that you can call. C derived from A and B. Like that you can call. Now, derivation of a class from more than one superclass is called as multiple inheritance. This is creating, we are creating with two classes. So it is called multiple. Next, multi-level inheritance. Derivation of a class from subclass is called as multi-level. Derivation of a class from subclass is called as multi-level inheritance. See, here A and B already inheritance is there. A and B inheritance is there. Now B is a superclass or subclass? From subclass, I am deriving. This is called multi-level, more than one level. multi-level. Already one level finished. It is one more level, multi-level. Multiple means more than one superclass. Multi-level means more than one level. Multi-level inheritance. More than one level. That is multi-level. So A to B, one level. B to C, one more level. It is multi-level. Is it over? Next. Hierarchical inheritance. On derivation of several classes from only one superclass. Is called as hierarchical inheritance. Derivation of several classes from only one superclass is called as hierarchical inheritance. Derivation of several classes from only one superclass is called as hierarchical inheritance. Here, deriving subclasses, many classes. Just multiple you studied, no? Just reverse. Subclasses many, superclass one. It is hierarchical. Derivation of B, C, and D from A. Derivation of several classes from only one superclass. That is called hierarchical inheritance. Now, B, C, and D derived from A. Suppose this one, if I write reverse, that is multiple. Okay. Just A is a subclass, B, C, D superclasses. At that time, multiple. That is if you reverse hierarchical. That's it. Okay. Next, multi-path inheritance. Fifth one, multi-path. Derivation of a class from more than one subclass, and those subclasses get inherited. Derivation of a class from more than one subclass, and those subclasses get inherited from the same superclass is called as multi-path inheritance. Derivation of a class from more than one subclass, and those subclasses get inherited from the same superclass is called as multi-path inheritance. A class, B class, C class, D class. Note. I'll explain, just write this one. Derivation of a class from more than one subclass, and those subclasses get inherited from the same superclass is called as multipath inheritance. Is it over? See, derivation of a class, nothing but D class, from more than one subclass, nothing but B, C. These are subclasses only, no? And those subclasses get inherited from the same superclass, nothing but A, is called multipath inheritance. Why we are calling multipath? A to D, via B one path, via C one more path. That's what multipath. A to D, via B one path is there, via C one more path is there. That's what it is called multipath. Multiple, more than one superclass. Multi-level, more than one level. Multipath, more than one path. Like that. Okay. Next, last one, hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance. Derivation of a class involving more than one form of inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. Derivation of a class involving more than one form of inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. Derivation of a class involving more than one form of inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. Say, if 2-3 forms, if it is combined, that is called hybrid. Whatever you have seen 5, in that 5, any 2-3 if you combine, that is called hybrid. For example, hybrid, there is no specific form. N number of we can create. 5 inheritance types you studied. With that 5 types, you can make it some other types. That is hybrid. Suppose, for example, I'm giving like this. Write this one, I'll explain. Write this one. Now you observe A, B, D. If you take which type? Which type? Multi-level. B, C, D if you take multiple. Multi-level, multiple, 2 forms combined. It is called hybrid. Just now you studied multipath. Just now you studied multipath. Now, suppose if I take only these three, which type? Multi-level. If I take these three, which type? Multiple. Suppose if I take these three, what is it? Hierarchical. Hierarchical. Here, pink color, hierarchical, orange color, multiple, blue color, multi-level. Three forms combined. No? This one also we can call it as hybrid, but this one you cannot call multipath. So multipath inheritance is also one example of hybrid inheritance, but all hybrids are not multipath. What do you mean? Multipath is a hybrid, but all hybrids are not multipath. Now, can I call this is hybrid? Yes. Can I call this is hybrid? Yes. Can I call this is multipath? Yes. It is multipath only. Can I call this is multipath? No. Okay. Write that point. Note 1. Multipath inheritance is also one example of hybrid inheritance. Multipath inheritance is also one example of hybrid inheritance. Note 2. Java does not support multiple inheritance, comma, multipath inheritance and hybrid inheritance. Java does not support multiple inheritance, multipath inheritance, and hybrid inheritance, which includes multiple. That is not supported. I'll explain. Java does not support multiple inheritance, multipath inheritance, and hybrid inheritance, which includes multiple. I'll explain. Write this one. Why it doesn't support also I'll explain. Java does not support multiple inheritance, multipath inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Hybrid, which includes multiple. That is only not supported. Now, you observe. Why it doesn't support, I'll explain. First, multipath, multiple, I'll explain. With that, you'll understand this one, this one. I'll ask some questions, give me answer. Whatever you learned with that knowledge, you can give answer. No, this is no need, right? This is no need, right? Yes. Uh, this is which type? single inheritance. This is multi-level. This is multiple. Is it Java supports? This one? Yes or no? Yes. This one? No. Here I given Java does not support multiple, multi-path hybrid, but it is multi-level. Multi-level supported. So Java support this one also, but this one doesn't support. Okay. Now, here which is superclass? Which is subclass? If I create object of A class, memory allocated to A members only. If I create object of B class, A and B. Here if I create A object, A members. If I create B object, A and B. If I create C object, A, B and C. Here if I create A object, A. Here B. If I create C, A, B, C. That is clear, no? Now, suppose here show is on method. Here print is on method. Okay. If I create A object, how many methods we can access? One method, that is show. If I create B object, how many methods we can access? Two methods, show and print. Okay. Suppose here also show. Here also show. Now here B OB equal to new B. OB dot show. If I write. Now method name same is there. Parameter same is there. Method name same, parameter list also same. That concept is called overloading or overriding. Overriding. Overriding can we write in the same class? No, but two different classes we can write. Two different classes. Like this you can write. Now, memory allocated to both the show methods. But whenever you call, first it will search in B class method only called. A class show method not called. Suppose in B class show method is not there. Then A. Clear? Suppose. Here show. Here also show. I am creating object of B. I am calling ob.show. Which class show method called? B class show method called. Suppose in B class show method is not there. A class show method is called. Okay, clear. Suppose here show method, here show method, here show method. If I create C object, if I call show method, which is called in C not there. B also not there. A. Clear no? Now, here show method, here show method, here show method. If I create object of C class, if I call show, C class called. Assume there is no show in C. Then here ambiguity comes. Because A also superclass, B also superclass, both are in same level, equal priority. Okay. But here, next level B, next level A, levels are different. Then priority will be given to B. B not there, A. Say, for example, it's mother, it's father. Mother, father, equal priority, no? Select mother or father means can you select? No. Mother also, father also, equal priority. Okay. Suppose here father, here grandfather. then definitely he'll give priority to father, no? So your father, grandfather means everyone will give priority to father only. But mother, father means equal priority. Like that. So this problem comes. That's what Java developers removed this concept. They introduced one more concept, interfaces. With interfaces, it is possible. But how it is possible with interfaces, that you will understand further. Present, note on, Java does not support multiple inheritance because of ambiguity to call. Java does not support multiple inheritance because of ambiguity to call. What is the ambiguity? I'll give. This statement gets ambiguity this statement gets ambiguity to call either A class show method or P class show method. This is called ambiguity. This is the reason Java developers removed this concept. This statement gets ambiguity to call either A class show method or B class show method. So A class and B class both are in same level, both are having equal priority. Then selection is not possible. This type of problem comes. That's what Java developers removed this concept. Okay, Java doesn't support multiple. Okay, but why it doesn't support multipath? In multipath also, multiple is there. That is the reason not possible. Okay. Hybrid. While creating hybrid, you should not include multiple. Other than multiple, if you include hybrid supported. That's what I given in the bracket, which includes multiple. That is not supported. Okay. In a multipath also, multiple is there. That is the reason multipath not supported. While creating hybrid, except multiple, you mix whatever you want. Don't mix multiple. Then possible. Okay. Here, C object created. Memory allocated to A class, B class, C class. C ob.show. Then it will search in C. Not there. A and B both are equal priority. In both the classes we have show. Then this statement gets ambiguity to call either this or this. Equal priority is there. That's what not possible. Okay. In a multipath inheritance, also multiple is there. That's what not possible. Hybrid, which includes multiple, not possible. Remaining hybrid, possible. Okay. This is theory part. Tomorrow, coding. Whatever you learned up to yesterday class, that knowledge required, this knowledge also required. Okay. Tomorrow, coding we'll see.
example is not a